Wow, that is a tough group to follow. Wow. My name is Kindlon Cary, and thank you all for being here. And I'm bringing tissues because I've cried through every rehearsal. I'm going to share my story, The Paper Chain. Late in the summer of 2023, my husband and I made the difficult decision to close our bakery, Bake For You, due to the worsening of my rheumatoid arthritis. Our lease would not end until October of the following year, so we knew we had a long hill to climb. The bakery was my dream, and for 15 years, I fulfilled that dream. My body let me know it was time to close this chapter. December 7th, 2023 is forever etched in my memory. As the bakery entered its busy season that winter, I was unexpectedly diagnosed with breast cancer. Right in the middle of preparing to bake hundreds and hundreds of scones, cookies, brownies, and specialty items for the coming holiday season, not to mention the stress of ordering tons of flour, sugar, butter, eggs, and packaging, the last thing I needed was a surprise diagnosis. When Dr. Choi told my husband and I the results and what was ahead, we heard her voice as if she was speaking underwater. Within 24 hours, I had a nurse navigator, a surgery date, an oncologist, and a radiation oncologist. It was a lot of change overnight, but I had a team from NYOH that I could have faith in because I knew Dr. Choi was so confident in them. My calendar was soon full of doctor visits that I needed to juggle, all while working 18-hour days at the bakery. Dr. Choi became one of my buoys as I navigated the turbulent waters I felt I had been thrown into. Dr. Choi has a very calm voice, and she understood my fears. She allowed me to feel shitty, which I did, about all of it, but she also provided me with the hope that I needed to move ahead. I really thought I would never be someone to get breast cancer. No one in my family had it, so I decided to give myself a pass. Looking back and sitting with my diagnosis, I realized how naive, thinking not me, was then I thought, why not me? Breast cancer is not picky. It doesn't play favorites. There is no playground negotiation. There is no rhyme or reason as to why this uninvited and unexpected guest enters our life. I can say without hesitation, I was effing pissed. This was not in the plan, and I am a planner. I had so much to deal with. Where would this all land? My husband and I worked hard, mentally and physically, to get through the holiday. It's very intense in the baking world. We knew the holiday drill. We had been doing this for a long time. This year was different on so many levels. My surgery was to take place on January 3rd, and the days leading up to that seemed to move in like slow motion. We planned everything out, so we would close for a big 9 days. Owning a small business does not afford the luxury of closing and still making money. I wish it did. I'd still be doing it, but a small business just doesn't care, not even about cancer. One early morning at the bakery, my husband and I were busy baking and prepping for the long day ahead. He suddenly stopped, and with his head down, eyes filled with tears, he said, "I can't believe you have cancer." We were so focused on working that we didn't even have time to process what was actually happening. During increasingly dark moments, it can be difficult to find hope, and somehow hope appears. The days leading up to and following my surgery, a blanket, and I mean a huge blanket, surrounded my husband and I. Family, friends, customers dropped off food, flowers, and the most beautiful cards, filled with so much love and kindness. I have all the cards in a special box, and there's still days now that I go in, I reach in, and I take out one of the cards. They are filled with words of encouragement that I will forever hold dear. As I healed and prepared for radiation, my really good friend, Dr. Susan Kreinberg, who has her own cancer history, came by the bakery, and we were closed. I was washing the floor, and she's banging on the big windows. And she came in, and she had made me a paper chain. She said, each day, and the way she talks is just wonderful. She said, each day after radiation, I want you to remove a link from the chain and read it. Every link had something encouraging for me to reflect on. Things like pet your dogs, you are healing, sit in the sun, we love you. That paper chain was a lifeline during the weeks that followed. Spring was starting to appear, happily, on my last day of radiation. I remember vividly walking out, my eyes filled with tears, thinking I did it. When I got home, I opened the last link of the paper chain. It said, you are strong. I knew in that moment, no matter what was ahead, I would be okay. And I was, and I am strong. As life continued to move forward, the bakery got even busier after we officially announced our closing. The bakery was a staple for so many people, a part of their routine, and they wanted to get their fill, which was so endearing. September 15th, 2024 was our last day. I took some much-needed time off to heal my body and my mind, finally. Cancer taught me to see life through a very different lens. Working so hard for so long didn't give me that opportunity. My goal in reinventing myself was to find a job where I could give back to the community, and I'm really fortunate I found that. Starting in January 2025, I accepted the position of opioid prevention educator for Albany County crime victims. I work regular hours. I have a wonderful work-life balance. I now have time for family, friends, and even time for myself. Life is pretty sweet. Thank you all for all of the wonderful people who make up NYOH and for hosting such a beautiful evening and for letting us tell our stories. Thank you.